grow some microgreens, something that I learned on the internet. So I soak these overnight, and then I rinse them once, and then I let them sit for a couple hours, and within 24 hours I rinsed them again, and now I took them out, and look, they're sprouting. Wow. So this is after one day. This is the second day. I'm gonna rinse them again. I rinsed them before, and then I'm just gonna let them sit and cover them with the lid. So I'm gonna rinse them, and then I'm going to leave them moist and covered with the corner open for some air. I'm gonna cover them with the lid. This came with a white lid, and then I'm gonna put a dish towel on top to make it dark. So, and let's see if they grow some more. Some people say that you should put weight on them, like they put a paper towel or some kind of cardboard paper and then put weight so that it feels like they're in soil so that they can germinate. I might try that as well. So this is day 2. They started germinate. So hopefully I can grow some. I'm just gonna spread them out, and then we'll see what happens. So I took a cereal cardboard and I cut a piece off, and then I put the piece on top of the lentils that I soaked and rinsed off. So this time, the second day when you rinse them, you drain all the water out except a little bit. The first day I actually soaked them in water and left the water in there. But now I have to rinse them again later, or at least put water on them, spray it, or just spread it with my hands. So I put a 2-pound oatmeal like container on them, give it weight so that it feels like they are deep in the soil. They feel the weight and it's spread out. So let's see if they germinate faster, or at least this is my first time, so I won't know by comparison though. I just like covered them so that they feel like they're in the soil in the dark. You know, just cover. And I'm just gonna leave them there. I'm not cooking, so I can put them here out of the way. I actually just realized what my oatmeal like container is made of paper, so I immediately had to take it out and then put this container is plastic. It's 3 pounds when it's full, but it's not full, it's just about 2 pounds. So I put it there and then I just cover like so. Don't use the oatmeal or a paper container. So I just covered it up and we'll see if it germinates. Well, it already started germinating, but let's see if it starts sprouting and growing more. This is day 3. I didn't really take pictures on day 2. It was my Sabbath. But I put a little bit of water because I was trying to rinse. But I'm gonna rinse. I usually pour out. I just really like this, and I put my hand to prevent them from falling down. It's kind of like something you get used to doing, because I don't have a colander yet right now, but I'll probably go get one. But anyways, it's something that we're used to. Even if you have a colander in Africa, you just know how to pour out and use a lid or a hand to prevent all the water from falling out. So anyway, so this is what they look like on day 3. They're sprouting. You can actually cook them and eat them as sprouts. They're highly nutritious, and give you protein and a lot of different vitamins and minerals. I'm gonna try to see if mine can grow into microgreens. I didn't put a paper towel like a lot of people put, and I haven't put any sort of thing on the bottom to catch the root. So, well, we'll see what happens each day. I'm just washing them twice a day and draining the water and keeping them in a regular container like this. Very cheap method. You can get this from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Things are no longer $1. But let's see what happens. Time to drain. I prefer using my hand. This is just a method you learn growing up as a kid in Africa, to be able to drain with or without a colander. That's what I like about being African. You learn so many different ways to do everything. So I'm just gonna cover them up again with the cardboard and put the weight from that protein jar and then cover them with my dish towel again. I'm gonna spread them out with my hand a little bit more, but there we go. We'll see what happens. I realized that I have these. So I bought these containers from the Dollar Tree. This one, that one, they're just $1.25. Well, nothing is $1 anymore. They're $1.25 in the Dollar Tree. So I made holes myself. I took a fork, I heated it up on the stove, and I made holes. So you heat it up, it turns red. Oh, it gets really hot, but the stove is red, or your flame will be really hot, and then you just press the fork in. It goes in easily, pretty much. Don't force it in, it will crack the container. It means it's not hot enough. When it starts to feel hard, get another one. So I made my own holes. So I'm gonna take my sprouts and actually put them in these containers. I'm just gonna wash them off and rinse them off real quickly. I had plants growing in them, some pumpkin stuff before, but I ended up taking them out. So I don't know if I had flowers in there, I don't know. Anyways, I was growing something in them, but I'm not gonna grow anything in them with soil anymore. I'm gonna put the sprouts in here. Okay guys, day 3, I'm transferring the sprouts from the regular setup. I had covered them so that they're in the dark. Put this protein rice thing for weight on them. It's 3 pounds, but it's really 2 pounds because I used some of the powder. I didn't use a paper towel. I used a cardboard from a cereal box. Everything I do is very cheap, so you don't have to spend too much money. You see, I just cut it from the cereal box. Anyway, so this is day 3. They said I think mine are growing pretty fast than other ones I saw online for day 3 because I put weight on them. They said if you put weight on them, they're supposed to grow faster or something. So probably that's why mine are growing faster. I think that I can fit them all in the green one. I don't know what you guys think, but let's transfer them to this that has holes in it. That will make it easier to wash. And I guess they will have roots if I'm growing microgreens, so that'll be okay, I think.
I mean, I don't have too many holes for the roots to go, to be honest, but it's fine. I'm not gonna use a paper towel for the roots to go through. I could though. There you go. Maybe I could try to use like this cheap cardboard here as a base instead of a paper towel for some seeds, but I'm gonna do that for the pumpkin seeds. Maybe that'll be a good idea for them. And we'll see what happens. It's all about, for me, it's just experimenting. This is my first time doing this. I'm going to take my pumpkin seeds and then I'll show you guys. I was drying them out for storage reason because I wasn't going to make anything with them. I usually use them to grow pumpkin leaves. But since I learned how to sprout, I'm just gonna take these pumpkin seeds, semi-dry. They're really dry already, to be honest, after a few days. But this is how you store them. You dry them on a paper and then you store them in a container for the next season if you wanted. So I put them, see, instead of a paper towel, I just used a cereal box. I mean, why waste more paper? We don't use these cereal boxes for anything. So let's see if I can sprout some pumpkin seeds using the same method that I use for the lentils. Put holes in these two. I'm gonna put both these containers in a wider, longer white container that has a lid on it. It has a lid on it, and then it'll also help catch the water. I got it from Walmart, the long plastic container. It's similar to this, but it's longer and wider with a pink lid. So you can, both these two can sit in there. It's about the same length and width as my sink, really. So they fit in there. So that's how I'm gonna catch the water. Anyway, so here's the pumpkin seeds. Kind of got stuck here. Let's see if I could use a tool. Just push them off. These from the pumpkin. That's why you want to dry them on paper so that this stuff kind of stay on the paper. Some of it does. Doesn't matter. Some of it stays on the seeds. I'll try to sprout them on that paper and let's see what happens. Well, I'm not using paper towel like a lot of people do for anything. I probably could, for these sprouts here, put a paper, but I'm not gonna use paper towel. I have a cereal box. I could just put this cereal box there, but to be honest, I want to see what happens if I don't put a paper on there. This one I have a paper on the bottom, for this I don't. Anyways, I'm gonna cover this and this one both. So I could just see what happens without paper towel on the bottom. Anyway, so now that I did that for these ones, I need to wet them. I'm actually supposed to soak them overnight if it was beans. But these are not beans. Let's see what happens if I don't soak them overnight but just wet them. I should probably soak them so that they start sprouting. So I'm gonna my mistake. I'm gonna put them in this and soak them overnight. Then I'm gonna put them back in here and let's see what happens. Okay, so here we go again. This is day 4. They're grown. Really, they are ready if I wanna eat them as sprout, but I'm gonna grow them some more as microgreens. I took a few out and I put them on soil. So they're getting daylight in this room, as you can see. I brought some plants from outside to the inside because it's raining too much. But I took this soil, I removed a pumpkin plant that was dying. I removed the plant that was dying, then I took a few of the microgreens, of the sprouts, lentil sprouts, and I put them on the soil. Not that deep. I covered them a little bit, but you can see some of them popping out. I wonder what happens. So I think they're gonna grow high up, so we'll see. They're probably gonna grow better than the ones that don't have soil, but the ones that don't have soil are cleaner. I won't have to worry about washing them that much, because I pretty much wash this twice daily, so these are pretty clean and in a clean container. Nothing is really happening to these pumpkin ones. I soak them overnight, then I rinse them, then I put them here. I might as well just let them dry until I plant them in the soil. So that's what's up with the pumpkin ones. Okay everyone, day 5. You can see that the little cotyledons, the first leaves turn from yellow to green. The stems are really growing longer. Some of them are like at least 1 inch, really 1.5 inch to 2 inches. That's the tallest ones. I think they're all past 1 inch, all about, if you can see. So that's really good. They're turning into microgreens, and if you remember, I don't have anything on the bottom. They're just in a container with some holes that are made with a hot fork. So this is doing pretty good. It's all clean, so it can be eaten. Pretty much all of it. I don't have any soil, so I don't see why not. Now I'm trying to rinse them by putting water on the side instead of directly on them. That's the same thing I did last night, so I try to rinse them twice a day. I've been doing that. Sometimes I do this just to spread it. This is very interesting. This is very fun. I mean, they're already ready to eat. I could eat them now. I could cook them and eat them. Some people just put them in salad. I think I'll just cook them a little bit. I might eat them raw, but I'm not the type to put things on salad because I like cooking collard greens and such and green beans more than I like eating salad. So there you go. The ones that are in the soil so far, they're doing okay. I mean, I don't think they have grown much more than the ones that don't have any soil or anything on the bottom yet. So we'll see what happens on another day. This is day 6. I kind of disrupted the network because I took some of them out and I put them right there, especially the ones that hadn't grown out yet. I bought this sieve thing. I did buy a colander as well to use it for something else in the future, near future. But anyways, so this little sieve thing is metal and has holes in it, and I basically placed this in water. There's water at the bottom, so the roots can grow to the bottom. And then these ones are also here, and there's water at the bottom. I already rinsed them. So anyways, so this is day 6. They're very long. They're almost like 3 inches long. If you see, I should put this back on the bottom. I'm not supposed to really pull it out, but if you see. So I decided to take ones that will only sit and cook them really because I was hungry and needed some protein, and I left the other ones growing. I mean, I didn't really feel like making any other protein like fish or something yet. I might make something else though. But I wanted to eat these lentils, something more veggie like. Since I didn't put any medium on the bottom or anything, I didn't grow them on paper towel or soil, I was just able to cook them like sprouts, kind of like. I just took them the way they were. I put them in a pan, put some water, a little bit of oil. I don't like using too much oil. That's not too good to use too much oil. I use some olive oil with soybean oil, turmeric, ginger, curry, and fennel seeds. So it's actually smelling really good. It's looking really good too. It's just like a soup, you know, a lentil microgreen soups, probably like, because I didn't remove anything. The roots are there, everything is there because I washed these every single day. I kept them clean. So I just rinsed them and I started cooking them. That's it. Let me know what you think. The only thing I need to put that I haven't put yet is salt. And I'm going to use Himalayan salt because we're only supposed to have 2,300 milligrams of sodium a day or less. So I'm going to use some salt, not a lot. That's it, guys and girls. So I ended up cooking them longer because they are actually very hardened and chewy, even when I cook them longer. So that's why you don't see green anymore. Next time I will actually cut off the microgreens and cook the lentil part. I'm not a fan of the roots really, so I might cut off the roots as well and then just cook that. But it actually tastes pretty good. Just chewy. That's it. Day number 7. I rinsed them off so some of them fell to the side. I am outside with them. Let it sway a while so that they get more sunlight. They are about 3.5 inches long. They're almost ready. Really, I could cut them off now if I wanted. Somebody went to day 12. Some people go to day 8 or 10. Day 8. These are the ones that are grown on soil. Of course, as you can see, they're pretty tall. Wow. One of them looks almost like 5 inches. I put some regular LED light next to it. And these are the ones that grew without any soil. They're very tall. I think the tallest ones are also like 4 to 5 inches tall. Amazing. Day 8. Day 8. Day 11. These are extremely tall. They are now like really 8 inches, 8 to 9 inches. The ones actually in the soil are now looking taller than the ones that were not in the soil. I got extremely busy and I started rinsing these just once. Really, I was just a little bit forgetful. These are now like, the tallest are 8 inches, but some of them are shorter. I think I forgot to give them light, probably why. Or maybe they're just not growing as fast now, like the ones in the soil. But they're at least 8 inches tall. They're about the same height, really, the tallest ones, except that there's more shorter ones here, probably, than in the soil, but they're really almost the same. I'm gonna cut them probably tonight. This is day 12. Woo! I didn't get to remove them last night on day 11, but day 12, I didn't get to cut them. I'm gonna cut them today, day 12. So the tallest one is about like 8.25 inches. They're not even, and some of them like curl down because when I put water, they kind of the pressure kind of pushed them down. But anyways, they're all about 7 to 8.25 inches tall, and that's about it for the ones that grew without soil. I'm not gonna eat the root and the seed anymore. It's been there too long. It won't be healthy. Only the microgreens. I only make the microgreens. I'm gonna lightly cook them. These are the ones that grew in the soil. The tallest one is really like 10 inches. What? That's amazing. The other ones are about, I guess, 9. Impressive. Alright, this is evening of day 12. I'm taking them out. That's what it is like on the bottom. Feel these with so you can see the holes right there. So I'm ready to cut the microgreens off, and then after that I'm just gonna lightly cook them. This is what they are like. See, compared to this canola bottle, they're pretty tall. Almost as tall as that microwave. Very tall. I'm just gonna use a knife to cut. This is a really sharp knife. I'm just using a knife to cut. It's a very sharp butcher chef knife. Chef knife. Since these were not in soil, I'm cutting really close to the surface. As you can see, these are some. I might have to manually remove some of these. Putting them here actually, so I can rinse them off. I mean, I've been rinsing this all the time. I don't really have to, but I just want to rinse them one more time. They're not the same length. Well, mostly I think because I did not put them on any medium, so that's why they're not the same length. I literally just put a bunch of lentil seeds, so they're not the same height because they were all over the place. And I actually transferred them from another container. That's another reason why they're not the same size, probably. Doesn't matter, they look good. Can you imagine, all this came from very few lentils. Wow, look at all these roots. Wow. I would not eat this myself. Not at this stage. All the roots are intertwined into each other. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this thing away. As you can see it. Got this one. Not really. Because I don't have them at the same height, there might be some that I didn't even cut. Like that. I'm just being too much right now. You don't have to do this. So that's it, folks. I'm gonna throw this away. Okay. These two. Okay, that's it. Then this is how many I have. A lot. That's a lot. And then I'm going to rinse them and just cook them. Awesome, isn't it? All these. And remember, these are the ones that I actually had planted in soil. And then there were ones that I ate early. that's a lot from just a few lentils. They expanded a lot. This is my first time, so I don't really have a recipe. I'm putting a little bit of water. I put water because I don't like to cook with a lot of oil, like when you fry. So I utilize both water and oil. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. And then a little bit of salt. This is Himalayan salt. I always like to use turmeric because of its anti-cancer properties. A little bit of turmeric. I also always like to use ginger. Also, it is anti-inflammatory. It helps with congestion and other things. It can even help digestion. So, some ginger powder. And do I want curry? Usually I like putting curry, but I'm not going to put any. I'm going to put garam masala. A little bit. Of garam. Alright, it's really good. I have no idea what it tastes like. This is my very first time cooking this. I mean, I don't know what the microgreens taste like. I have stove now medium. Just take this from my dishwasher. Walk away for a few minutes if I want, because there's water. That's why I like using water too. And I'll be back. These are the ones that I grew without soil. So I didn't mix them with the ones with the soil. Almost like 5 minutes. Taste them. Interesting. I mean, you could cook it with other vegetables and peppers. That would be a good idea. I guess I have a little bit of here. It's fine. I grew this clean, so it's fine. don't want to overcook, so that's it. I'm going to eat them with rice. Okay, I decided I'm just gonna, instead of cooking flounder separately, I'm gonna put it in there. These are skinless flounder flakes. Just gonna turn it on and put a little bit more water and then cook the flounder as fast as possible. They taste a little bit bitter. I guess that's why they're healthy. And I've decided to put flounder in there and some water and cook it longer, instead of me spending time cooking flounder in another pan. This saves me time, and also I get to mix this up with some more. And let the spices cook in longer. Mix it up with the water and with the flounder. So I think I have a little bit too many spices for just vegetable anyways. But it tastes what it's supposed to taste like. They taste healthy. Not so much yummy, but healthy. They have a bitter taste, like a lot of healthy food. So I'm gonna close this. Let this cook for like hopefully 5-6 minutes. If not 10 minutes until the fish cooks. I'm gonna go a little bit above medium, and then it should cook pretty well because it's fish. This should still be green and nutritious when it's done. So that's the next step. There we go. I took the vegetables out. They're still green, nice, and whatever nutrients they left are in there with the fish. I try to do that sometimes, like when I'm cooking meat, I try to use the water from the vegetables to cook it. Or vice versa, you could do that. Use meat broth to cook vegetables. I just ate a carrot cake not too long ago, so this is all I'm gonna eat. At least I think so. Just a little bit of rice and this. I might put the fish there, but they say the microgreens from lentils have protein. I'm just gonna try to eat it without the fish. I might add the fish though, but anyways, voila, it looks good. Like a vegetarian meal. This fish is done. I put a little bit of water to get soup. Stew, soup, whatever you call it in your country. We use them interchangeably. In Zimbabwe, in the US, it's different. Soup and stew. So I don't know what you want to call it, but I got the fish and stew. And this is for me to taste. add salt if you want. I'm not gonna add salt. There was salt in the vegetables. I'm trying to keep my salt down to 2,300 milligrams or less, like they recommend. I don't have any salt problem. I don't have any high blood pressure, but it's a good idea to eat healthy. This really tastes good. It tastes better than I thought. The rice is really the hukra Japanese rice. I mixed it with really this omega rice, brown rice, and I cook it with salt and turmeric, a little bit of salt. I mean, a little bit of oil if you want. I put some sometimes I don't. It's really good. I recommend this. Try it out. I didn't even put any meat. I didn't even put any fish. There's a little piece of fish just came out with it, but it's good too. But I'm gonna leave the fish for tomorrow or something. But I'm just gonna eat this vegetarian looking meal today. It's really good.